Welcome to Vroom Vibes. When the engine roars, luxury never stops. The 2026 BMW M9 isn't just the next evolution of a performance car. It's BMW M's boldest expression of speed, intelligence, and emotion in the modern era. This is more than a new chapter. It's a manifesto, carved in carbon fiber and powered by a hybridized heart. A machine engineered to bridge the gap between everything M has stood for and everything it's becoming. For years, enthusiasts speculated about a BMW M9. Rumors circled about a spiritual successor to the i8, a flagship that could finally give BMW a place at the hyper-performance table, alongside names like Porsche's Taycan Turbo GT, AMG's GT Black Series, and even McLaren's Artura. In 2026, BMW finally answered. From the moment you see the M9, you understand this is not just another fast BMW. It's not a stretched M8. It's not an iCar wearing an M badge. It's its own thing. Low-slung, wide-shouldered, and wrapped in sculpted bodywork that looks more aerospace than automotive, the M9 cuts through the air with calculated purpose. Laser-thin headlights flank a split-panel grille that retracts under speed. Air is directed across the body, under the chassis, and out of massive rear diffusers. Active elements raise, lower, and shift depending on speed, temperature, and drive mode. And then there's the powertrain. At the core is a newly developed 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, a descendant of BMW's legendary S63 engine, paired with twin electric motors, one at each axle. Together, they produce a combined 812 horsepower and 980 pound-feet of torque. It's not just fast, it's breathtaking. The V8 delivers visceral mechanical fury, while the electric motors fill in the torque gaps instantly, resulting in seamless, relentless acceleration. From a standstill, the M9 hits 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds, and that's without the help of launch control. Top speed, electronically limited to 210 miles per hour. But it's not just about raw numbers. The way this car delivers power is like nothing else BMW has built. There's zero hesitation, zero turbo lag, just a constant surge of energy, paired with intelligent Abadi torque vectoring that makes even novice drivers feel like heroes. The M9 is built on a bespoke carbon-aluminum hybrid architecture. Lightweight, incredibly stiff, and balanced. BMW engineers achieved near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution even with the hybrid system on board, thanks to clever packaging, carbon fiber body panels, and battery placement. You feel it in corners. The M9 doesn't just dive in, it glides in. Steering is electric, but tuned with old-school M feedback. Brake-by-wire systems blend regenerative and mechanical stopping power so smoothly, you forget it's even happening. Then there's the chassis. Active suspension reads the road 1,000 times per second. It knows when you're loading a corner, diving into a crest, or easing through a parking lot. In track mode, the dampers stiffen, downforce increases, ESC loosens, and the full orchestra of V8 and electric soundtracks kicks in. In comfort mode, it's a grand tourer. Quiet, refined, almost meditative. You could cross continents in this car without breaking a sweat. Slide into the cabin, and the M9 goes from analog to sci-fi. Everything is digital, but elegant. A floating OLED dashboard spans from door to door, blending gauges, nav, and vehicle telemetry into one flowing interface. The UI is minimalist, beautifully animated, and entirely customizable. There are no physical buttons on the dash, only touch-sensitive surfaces that respond with haptic feedback. The steering wheel is squared off, trimmed in leather and Alcantara, and houses BMW's next-gen M controls, including an emotion dial that adjusts the cabin's mood with lighting, sound, and performance settings. The seats, carbon monocoque shells wrapped in eco-sourced Alcantara, cooled, heated, and posture-adjusting based on driver fatigue. The experience inside feels like piloting something between a GT car and a starship. But what makes the M9 special is what can't be quantified. It's how it feels. BMW calls it intelligent emotion. The M9 adapts to the way you drive. It remembers your favorite roads. It learns your shifts, throttle habits, braking style. It tunes itself not just to the surface, but to you. No two drives feel exactly the same, because no two drivers are. That's the magic of this car. It's not just fast, it's personal. Ownership of an M9 also opens access to the BMW M Privé experience, including exclusive track events, concierge travel programs, and digital performance coaching through the car's onboard telemetry system. BMW isn't just building a car here, it's building an ecosystem around the driver. Of course, exclusivity doesn't come cheap. The M9 is expected to start at around $180,000 USD, and with full options, flirt with the $220K mark. But for that, you're not just buying performance, you're buying art, engineering, and access to the absolute pinnacle of BMW's performance DNA. So is the 2026 BMW M9 the ultimate driving machine? Yes, but more than that, it's the redefinition of what a modern performance flagship should be. Electrified, but emotional, intelligent, but passionate, brutal when pushed, calming when needed. In a world where supercars often chase numbers, the M9 chases connection. Driving the BMW M9 is not just an experience, it's an event. Every time you slip into the carbon fiber seat, every time your fingers wrap around the squared-off wheel, there's a pause, a heartbeat of anticipation. You're not just starting a car, you're entering a different state of mind. On the road, the M9 is surprisingly civil. In comfort mode, the hybrid system leans on its electric motors at low speeds, making city cruising nearly silent. Suspension smooths out potholes and road seams with impressive grace, and the steering, while direct, doesn't feel heavy. This isn't a punishing ride. It's calm, composed, and eerily effortless for a car of this power. But then, the road opens up. You tap M mode, switch to track, and everything changes. The V8 comes alive with a low, rolling thunder. The electric motors harmonize in unison. The steering firms up, and the entire car seems to lean forward, eager to be let off the leash. You downshift using the paddle, quick, precise, mechanical. The throttle response sharpens, the chassis stiffens. Suddenly, you're not driving the M9, you're connected to it. It feels alive beneath you. Each corner is a demonstration of balance. The Abalu system sends torque where you need it. Lift off mid-turn, and the rear pivots with grace. Step back on the throttle, and the front end bites with confidence. There's no understeer, no hesitation, just grip, rotation, and acceleration. It dances, which is a word you don't usually associate with 800 horsepower flagships. And then, the brakes. Massive carbon ceramics that scrub speed with brutal efficiency. Yet the pedal feel is never grabby. It's progressive, intuitive, engineered for both street and track. In daily driving, the transition from regen to mechanical is imperceptible. What's even more astonishing is how quickly you forget about the complexity beneath it all. This isn't a car that constantly reminds you it's a hybrid. It doesn't shout about its digital prowess. It just works, invisibly, seamlessly, perfectly. But the M9 is more than the sum of its hardware. It's about presence. It's about how it makes you feel when you catch its reflection in a shop window. When someone asks, "What is that?" at a stoplight. When you wake up early just to take it for a morning drive, no destination in mind. It's about the soul of the machine, and BMW made sure it has one. From the sound design to the drive modes, from the curated lighting to the haptic feedback, the M9 is full of emotional texture. It doesn't isolate you like many electric or hybrid supercars do. It brings you in, it rewards engagement, and it keeps asking for more. BMW's M division has always had a mission to inject motorsport DNA into everyday driving. The M3 did it in the 80s, the M5 refined it in the 90s, the M2 brought it back to basics. The M9, it elevates it to a new plane, one that blends racing performance with modern grand touring comfort and futuristic digital intelligence. And this isn't just a BMW halo car, it's a benchmark. The 2026 9 doesn't aim to match rivals, it aims to reset expectations. Porsche may have the Taycan Turbo GT, Mercedes-AMG might have hybrids of their own. Lucid, Tesla, and Rimac offer ludicrous electric power, but none combine them with the balanced, rear-biased feel of the M9. None make speed feel this personal. The M9 doesn't shout with flamboyance, it speaks in clarity. Every line, every surface, every sound has been tuned with intention. This is a car that will define the next decade of performance, not just for BMW, but for the entire segment. And as the industry moves toward autonomy and electrification, the M9 serves as a counterpoint, a reminder that joy still matters, that driving still matters, that no matter how far tech evolves, the bond between human and machine can still be sacred. This car wasn't built just for lap times. It was built for moments, moments like a downshift echoing through a canyon, a midnight sprint down an empty highway. The moment when everything just clicks, car, road, and driver becoming one. The M9 doesn't just earn its place in the M family, it carves out its own throne. Thank you for joining us on this extended look into the 2026 BMW M9. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives, performance breakdowns, and cinematic audio reviews on the world's most exciting cars. Until next time, drive safe, drive with purpose, and never stop chasing the road ahead.